Week, President Obama finished a historic visit to Cuba. He hoped to thaw the communist country's relationship with the U.S. and allow travel and investment to the island nation.
As you indicated, the road ahead will not be easy. Fortunately, we don't have to swim with sharks in order to achieve the goals that you and I have set forth.
But in a letter to President Obama, Fidel Castro dismissed Obama's words as honey-coated and reminded the Cubans of many attempts by the U.S. to overthrow and weaken its communist government. Despite the chilly relationship, last year, more than 51,000 Cubans came to America. 68% flew to the Central American countries and made their way to the Mexican border near Laredo, Texas, and then walked across the International Bridge. Under the 1966 Cuban Adjustment Act, or wet foot, dry foot, crossing into the U.S. is easy.
Continued number of Cubans coming into the United States where they get preferential treatment under that law.
Jessica Vaughn of the Center for Immigration Studies said that the treatment includes:
as long as they can establish that they are Cubans, they are released into the United States and immediately have access to refugee resettlement grants and welfare benefits. They get, for starters, $1,800 for a resettlement grant. They are allowed to get food stamps, temporary aid to needy families. They get job training assistance, language classes, subsidized child care, and health care benefits.
But is there a possibility that some may commit fraud?
They will collect their benefits and then go right back to Cuba where they can live more cheaply.
The taxpayer cost is astounding. According to the state and federal data, the taxpayers in Florida spent about $680 million to support the Cuban immigrants. Because they are immediately eligible for social benefits, including Social Security, lawmakers say it's hard to track the rule breakers. However, Jessica Vaughn said it's a self-inflicted policy, and the Department of Homeland Security could easily tell border agents to require a visa before they cross into the U.S. But since it's an election year, she says don't expect Congress to act anytime soon.
All right, well, CW6's Kimberly Dvorak is here to discuss the latest. First of all, good morning to you. And I want to talk about how this would change if we had visa requirements for these individuals.
This is something that Jessica really pointed out in a strong manner. This if these folks had to get a visa to get into the country, which a lot of them do, and the ones that have a visa don't get these benefits and are not, they can't access them any way, shape, or form. They come in, they have to wait just like the other immigrants that come to this country. However, if a memo was written to DHS, Department of Homeland Security, they would actually have to take these benefits, and they would have to wait their line. They'd have to actually wait in Mexico. They wouldn't have access to come into the United States and get these tremendous benefits that they're getting. Wouldn't you? I mean, a lot of folks would love to have, subsidized, child care. I mean, that in and of itself is a huge expense to Americans.
Because, I mean, it's obvious why they want to be here. But yeah, those are some high numbers. Tell me what the role for Congress is.
Yeah, now Congress can play a role here. They can do one of two things. They could rescind the 1966 Act, especially since Mr. Obama went to Cuba. We've established an embassy, and so we have an open relationship with them.
For the first time in a long time, yeah.
First time in a long time. Or we could direct Department of Homeland Security to allow them to come to the country only with a visa. Again, that's something that can be done in a memo, and you're seeing some congressmen like Henry Cuellar here in Texas saying that, look, it's unfair to the other immigrants that are lawfully coming to this country. And I just want to point out one last thing.
Sure.
When you come to this country and you sign up and you go through the legal process to come here, you spend thousands of dollars. You're spending money on legal fees, on application fees, and so you're seeing these people get angry that they didn't just come across the border unlawfully, and they're seeing that they have to pay extraordinary amount of money to come here the right way, and we all want to be here, so just do it the lawful way.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, as always, for your reporting very much.